Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay.
And I'm Siri Harkins.
And we are thriving. Clearly.
Clearly.
Uh-huh. There is a little bit of a delay because we're having some internet problems today, but you know what? We're doing the thing.
We're trying.
Yep, we're doing the thing and it's just gonna happen.
Yep.
So, Siri, what are you drinking today?
Today I am drinking water out of my Stanley.
Beautiful, so proud of you. I'm drinking Chardonnay, not out of my Stanley. Can you
Could you
imagine?
imagine if you drank? You could fit a whole bottle in that thing.
I mean, honestly, I did recently see a girl on TikTok who put an entire jar of pickles in her Stanley. And I was like, you know what?
I did see that as well.
I respect that. Yeah.
I would never, but you know.
I honestly probably would. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if one day, because I have multiple Stanleys. I wouldn't be surprised at all one day if I showed up with one of the like jug ones just full of pickles. It does sound like something I would
Oh my
do.
gosh. I just feel like it would have to be your designated pickle Stanley because that's a hard taste to get out.
I really feel like I could do it.
Oh, man. Eh.
So, how was your day?
My day was fine. Just, doing the teaching thing,
Educating the youths.
educating the youth. Also, there's a conference happening this weekend that I'm going to, but I didn't know for sure that it was a go until like 4:30. So that's always fun.
Yeah. But the good news is you don't have to be there as late as we were kind of afraid you might.
Yeah, so it'll be fine. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a good conference.
What is
Ugh.
the conference about?
It's like the California Association of Teachers of English. I don't know, something like that.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, it's a conference for English teachers in California.
Great.
So it'll be all English teachers.
Great. Love that.
Yes.
Um, Saturday night, we are going to my friend Tema's stand-up show at the Higher Mic, which I believe is in Sherman Oaks. So if anyone in the LA area needs plans for Saturday night, there you go.
Yes.
It's very exciting. I've been wanting to go to one of her shows for like a year now, and it just hasn't really worked out. I did go with her almost a year ago. She was like on a podcast. She was like the entertainment for the podcast. And so I went with her to film that and she
Oh my
kills it.
gosh.
I'm so excited to finally get to see her do a show. So
Yay.
it really
Good.
did work out that you could come because I for sure had already gotten tickets.
Oh, good.
So
It's fine.
yay.
It worked out.
It really did. Yeah. And now for
I'm holding
me,
Panini because she's turned into a menace. Oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead. She's
Oh,
turned
I
into
said
a
I'm holding
menace.
Panini because she's turning into a menace again. Um, so she keeps on going and trying to shred their pad, which like she hasn't done that in such a long time. And it's totally like an attention thing. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm giving you attention. I'm giving you attention. But it's not enough for her.
No, that's understandable. I tried to
She
wash.
also is um so the dogs had their
Oh,
Sorry,
you're
there's
frozen.
clearly
Oh, there
like a
you are.
delay going on.
Okay. Yes. The
Oh,
dogs had,
no. Yeah, we got a delay thing happening. The dogs had their vet appointment on week. Yeah, both got shots, but Moko needed one, and Penny needed several, and one of them included a heartworm test, which apparently they take from the jugular. Um, when Mocha got her heartworm test, I don't remember her having any issues afterwards, but like Panini had this like kind of crazy looking bruising on her chest and like up her neck. So I don't know. They said that was normal, and I sent them pictures as best I could, but I felt kind of bad. And she like jumped off the bed and like whined the other day too. And I was like, oh no, am I gonna need to take you to the vet again? She's just a little sensitive girl.
they took it from the jugular?
That's how they have to do the heartworm test, apparently.
Ew.
I know. So she has like a little scab on her chest somewhere in here. You can't see it, so this isn't like gross if you're on
Yeah.
video. Like somewhere in here, there was like a little scab, and she had like a little blood spot on her harness.
Okay, Google says they take it from either the front leg or the cephalic vein, which I guess that is in the chest by this picture. Like the machines are listening.
Yeah. So that's what they said. So like all of here was like bruised. Like she's like, I don't want to show off. I don't think she has the bruising anymore, but it was like
Yeah.
all
Oh, I
up in
don't like
here.
that. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
when Lila had hers, they just took it from her leg. But they might have done it there anyway, because that was when she also had her lab work for her dental. I don't know. I don't like that,
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
now
was like,
very
what?
uncomfy at the thought of that. No, thank you.
It's okay. Her heartworm test came back negative, so we're good.
But she still had to do the test.
I know. I'm like, that's probably why she yelped at the vet.
Yeah. I don't
Poor
like
thing.
that. I'm gonna ask for Lila's next one, be like, what are you doing to her?
Look at this dog.
Lila says hello.
Hi, Lila.
RIP to the people watching this on YouTube because the video is like glitchy for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My internet, like fiber optic internet is usually so good and like speedy.
Yeah.
So I
Technical
don't know what's happening.
difficulties outside of our
And
control.
like I was on a Zoom yesterday and it was perfectly fine, that whole Zoom.
It's so weird.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good.
Mocha's requested my attention.
Yeah, fair. It's her turn
My
now.
baby. My baby seal.
Little land seal.
She is a little lamb seal.
This dog on the Petco Google page looks like Lila.
It does. Oh my gosh. Like that looks like Lila, like at your parents' old house or something.
Uh-huh. I mean, I don't think I've ever lived in a house that had tile like that, but like that looks like Lila, and that also looks like a coat that I would put on her.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I had to know that, so now you had to know it.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, we're gonna have, so we talked about how Saturday we have my friend Temma's stand-up show. This past week, we went to my roommate Anne Marie's stand-up show, and she also did a great job, and she also killed it.
Yes.
But I was a little stressed that day because I worked that day, and my call time was at like 1 p.m. and her show started at 8, and I had to be there by like 7:45, she said. Um, So I was stressed, but I wound up making it in time, and that was great. But now I booked a commercial that shoots tomorrow and Saturday, which is great. But now I'm like, am I seriously going to have the same stress again? It's like, it's going to be fine. I'm going to be there. I'm just like, really? Really?
Just the stress of it all.
It's fine. I was complaining to Siri earlier because this whole year, ever since the year started over, my prescriptions have been significantly more expensive than they were last year. Like my copay is more. And I thought that like maybe, it was because last year I like hit my maximum out of pocket by like May or whatever, which of course I did. So I was like, oh, when the new year starts over, like obviously I wasn't thinking about it, but I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I guess that makes sense. But then today I went to pick them up and it was the same thing, except one of my prescriptions, my cheapest prescriptions, like this is the cheapest prescription, but I'm still going to complain about it. In December, I filled this prescription, a 30-day supply, because my doctor will only do a 30-day supply of this one. It's my anxiety meds because I have to see her every month, so she makes sure I haven't gone off the deep end. Anyway, she will only do a 30-day supply, which fine. Anyway, so in December I picked it up. It was $1.87. 30-day supply. That's what it was all of last year. Like even the beginning of the year, $1.87. Then in January, it was like $3 and something. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then today I go to pick it up. It's $9 and like 30 something cents. So it's had a 90% price increase in the last 60 days.
Yeah.
And it's still the cheapest prescription I have, but like, damn.
Like that's still a lot.
It's a lot. And like my other prescriptions, like my insulin last year, I could get a 90-day supply and it would be $125 for my copay, which is still high. And every time I would go to pick it up, the pharmacist would be like, are you sure you want this? And I'd be like, well, I would prefer to live. So like even the days that I would prefer not to live, I would prefer not to die from diabetic
That way.
ketoacidosis. So like, yes, I
Good luck.
am in fact sure that I would like that. So anyway, so I went to pick that up last month. Yes. And instead of $125, it was going to be $200. And I had a manufacturer's coupon that my doctor helped me get. And the coupon says that for a 90-day supply, I should not be charged more than $90. So I give them the coupon. They're like, oh, I don't know if we can take this. And I was like, well, it's a manufacturer's coupon. Plus there's a disclaimer at the bottom that says you legally have to. And they're like, okay, let me go run it. And they came back and they're like, yeah, we can't take this. And I was like, again, at the bottom, it says you legally have to. And so he was like, okay, let me go talk to my manager. Then he comes back and he was like, okay, yeah, we can take it, but it only took off $2. And I was like, even though at the bottom it says I shouldn't be charged more than 90. And he was like, yeah, I don't know. So like there was that whole kerfuffle, which I still have not, I haven't done anything else to look into that because I just haven't had the time or energy. And then today I went to pick up my insulin pump supplies, which also were $125 for a 90-day supply last year. And again, it's $200. And I was like, seriously? So like, that's at least two of my medications that I have to have. They're not optional. That's at least two that have gone up by $70, $75. I'm like, you guys. And so I emailed a lady from my insurance yesterday to be like, hey, just wanted to see if I could figure out why this is. And she was like, okay, let me forward it to the right department. And I'm not super confident that I'll ever hear back. But my mom was like, well, maybe your copay has just gone up. And I'm like, but nothing else has changed. I have the same plan. It's the same price. And I feel like they should have told me. But also, if my copay went up, it would have gone up at the beginning of the year, not in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So
It's just so weird and so
yeah,
sad.
I probably am gonna have to go online and like do some sleuthing, but it's so annoying. Like, why are things for me? And I'm sure everyone feels this way, but for me, it feels like everything is 10,000 times harder than it is for everyone else. And I'm justified in saying this, especially in this capacity, but just like in general. And I'm like, why? It's always harder and more expensive than it should be. And I'm like, for why? Anyway, that's
Yeah.
my complaining for this current moment in time. I
I don't know.
also
I
got
feel
my
like
oil change
honestly,
yesterday,
well, that's good.
which was also more expensive than I expected. But
I was saying,
are you frozen? Okay, there you are.
yeah, I feel like everything in general. I just feel like everything in general is more expensive and is like 20 times harder than it should be. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like everything I've done basically since, not since college. I think the years after college were like okay-ish. You know, I felt like I was on track. And then it was like 2018, I think stuff really started to like tank. Probably 2016, really, if we're really thinking about it. Um, but it was like stuff really started to tank in 2018. And like since then, and like the pandemic and afterwards, it's like everything has been so much harder. It's like there are so many more hoops to jump through. Everything's 20 times more expensive. And it's like every time you feel like you're finally like advancing, then like things knock you back 3 more steps. It's like it's exhausting. It's so much.
Yeah. No, I feel that my stuff started to de-escalate quickly, like 2020. And not just because of the pandemic, but like also kind of because of the pandemic.
It's like so much. It's just like, I don't know, there's something wrong and everything is harder. And then it's like younger generations make fun of us and older generations make fun of us. And it's like there is a problem though. Like you need to understand there like actually is a problem here.
Yeah. No, 100%.
I'm so like this is my first year where I'm doing taxes where I did have full-time employment like the whole year. And I get the maximum taking out of my taxes. Like I literally get the maximum amount. Even I can't really afford it, but like I
Mhm.
always get the maximum taken out of my taxes. I owe almost $400 this year.
That's crazy.
So I have to pay to file my taxes, and then I also have to pay to the IRS almost $400.
Wow. That's
So that's fun.
that math is not mathing.
Nope.
I did my taxes this week, and this was the first year ever. So the last couple years, my tax return has significantly decreased each year, even though my
Yeah.
income has gone up. And like my write-offs and stuff have gone up as I build my business. Um, but this is the first year that my refund is less than my rent. And like,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like 3 years ago, I think I got 5 grand back. Then 2 years ago, I think I got 3 grand back. Last year, I got about 2 grand back, and this year I got less than $900 back.
I've never gotten that much back.
Well, I always, I keep meticulous records, and I write off every single thing that I can.
Yeah, no, I always do the standard deduction, because that's usually more than what I would
Yeah.
write off.
No, I always take the standard deduction, but then you can do like business expenses and stuff on top of the standard deduction. But anyway, I was sad.
Yeah, it's It's weird. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, no, my tax return has like gone down. I mean, it was
Yeah.
never that much money. I think the most I got was maybe 1,400 one year, but um no, it's crazy that like I don't like I owe money this year. It's very weird. I'm like, how does that happen? Like when I literally get the max taken out of my paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
honestly, it's just everything is a clusterfuck.
yeah, everything is awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. At the same time, it's like I keep trying to like remember what is going well, and it's like I don't know, but there just is.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about how much harder things are than they used to
No,
be.
I agree. No, I try so hard to like focus on things I'm grateful for, but sometimes things come along and you just have to complain about them a little bit.
Yes. You gotta commiserate a little bit, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, we all become repressed like our grandparents. And then 60 years from now, we're still stewing on the same things. I don't know. I don't know how aging works. That's just what I'm guessing. Today I went to IKEA because I finally got the other set of drawers that I wanted for my desk. I have not put them together yet,
Ooh,
but they are in a box on my floor right there. And they're
oh, that's exciting.
very heavy, much heavier than I remember it being. Um, and like the guy who like put it in my car because I did curbside pickup and I put that I wanted them to put it in my car. Um, but the guy that put it in my car just like picked it up like it was nothing. So when I went to take it out of my car and move it from my car into my house, I was like, oh my gosh, like, am I weak? The answer is no. I mean, I'm small, but like I can lift things. But I had to like stop and take breaks a couple times getting it into my house. And then like getting it up the little steps. There's only two
Oh my
steps that I
gosh.
have to take, but that was hard. And then getting it over the little bump of the pet gate into my room, I was like, Jesus. Anyway, so I need to put that
I
together eventually, but I was like, what the heck?
love IKEA.
I did not go inside. I just did a pickup order because I was like, I know what I need. Also, I didn't really have time today to like do a full IKEA experience. Plus, I don't think it's very much fun when you're by yourself. Like if you had been with me, I would have been like, yeah, let's go. Um, but anyway,
Yes.
so anyway, I have it. I just have to put it together and then I can reorganize my drawers and it's very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'll be able to get some of the stuff off the surface of my desk. That'll be exciting.
Yes.
Yeah. My goal is to be able to keep my makeup bag in a drawer instead of having it sit on the surface of my desk. So I think that should be able to happen. But it's very exciting. And I'm hoping I can like organize the existing drawers better. Because right now stuff is just kind of, I mean, it's like roughly organized, but for the bottom, I guess really only one drawer. It's like not very organized because it's just like stuff has to go where it fits. So I'm hoping to remedy that. It's exciting. It's an exciting time.
Yes. Sorry, the dogs are running around and like crazy playing with each other right now.
Well, I can't say I blame them.
Silly, silly dogs. Ugh. I so I have to go to this conference tomorrow. It's like far. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. I don't have to be there as early as I need to be at school. And I was like, I still need to leave at least by the same time because it's going to take you so long to get down there.
Where do you have to go?
By LAX.
Oh, okay. Fun.
Yeah. So far. Neat.
I have to go to USC tomorrow.
Oh, so you'll be down in that area too.
Yeah. Where's Monterey Park? Is that far?
I have no idea.
That's not where I'm going tomorrow, but
27 miles from me.
15 miles from me. So that's not too bad.
It's like, oh, it's east of LA, but not as east as West Covina.
Yeah, I see that.
South of Alhambra. Ooh, you'll be like right below Pasadena,
You
but
know
like
what?
far, not like right below.
Yeah. You know what I bet I could convince myself to do if I book this and then need to kill time on my way home?
Drive all the way to Sonic.
Yep.
It's like not close.
I see that I'm looking at it, but like it's closer than I am here.
Oh my gosh. Ew, yeah, it's like really East LA. Oh my goodness.
Whatever. It's fine. I like money.
Yeah.
Well, more importantly, I like days that count towards my health care, but money's nice too.
Yes.
I'm like high key stressed about meeting my healthcare requirements for next year.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because the strike took up, let's see. So my qualification period is like end of September to end of September. So it took October, November, December, basically 4 months out of my qualification period. So that's fun. But for the people who their qualification period,
Nobody has bounced back from the strike.
no. The people whose qualification periods were January to January, they like gave them an extra 6 months. So I'm like, will you do something like that for everyone else? Because like I don't know. But also at the same
Yeah, like
time, I
that's a
feel
lot of
like
time that we were all affected.
yeah. Um Also I don't know that I'm expecting it to really pick up like people want it to until IOTC is settled. Because I feel like people are kind of bracing themselves for that. What a fun time.
I know that.
Mocha says she's not worried about losing her health care. Must be nice little land seal.
My health care is, I just get it with my job.
That sounds great.
The benefit of being a teacher. I don't even
I
have to pay anything for it. It's just there.
That sounds delightful. I still think we need to figure out a way that I can be a dependent.
No, then I'd have to pay.
Well, that's rude of them. Free healthcare for
Why did you
everyone,
do
por
that?
favor. Lila has a lot of feelings. I don't know if you can hear her.
No.
She's like whining.
Oh,
Oh,
Lila.
no, she's on her squishmallow and she doesn't want to get up. She's like, no, I just want to sit here and whine and look sad.
All right, Lila, what a vibe.
I mean, I get it. If I look at her, she's like,
Now Panini's whining, so from the other room, I don't know what she wants.
great.
We could go find out what Panini wants. She says, no, I'm much more happy sitting here.
Yeah. Relatable, honestly.
Yes.
The other night I stayed up kind of late to finish a book, and I don't feel like I've really recovered from that. And we're talking like 2 nights ago. So that's fun. It's a great time. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Eh. We're also going to Disney on Sunday.
Yes, we are. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be our first visit of the Food and Wine Festival.
Yes.
I'm very excited, especially so Magical Millennial posted a video because she was there on the soft opening day. The things that she got looked so good. A couple of the things she got are on my list. And then she posted that
Yes.
the watermelon cucumber mojito. That looks divine. And she said that the topper was a piece of watermelon like smothered in tahini.
Oh,
I'm like salivating just thinking about it.
which is very exciting for
It
you.
sounds
I'm not going to get
divine.
that, but
And she got the frozen old fashioned, the which I think is interesting because they're having a frozen old fashioned, but it's non-alcoholic. And I'm like, interesting.
yeah.
Because she said it was good. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And then she also got the fig matcha, which I know you and I both want. She said that was really good. And I'm like, I bet that sounds good.
Matcha tastes like grass.
Uh-huh.
Ew. Like even the Starbucks matcha that's all sugar tastes like grass.
The Starbucks matcha is not good. No, the Starbucks matcha is not good. The Palm matcha is
No,
good.
that's what I'm saying. But like the Starbucks matcha is like super sugar filled. Like it's not good matcha, but it's
Yeah,
super sugary. And like usually I like sugary, but no, that stuff is disgusting.
no, that's not the vibe.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my internet today. It's weird.
Well, we still recorded an episode, so that's exciting. A little disjointed, but
Yep.
it's a thing. We made a thing.
Like we should have recorded when we were like together over the weekend.
I did kind of think about it, but then I forgot. So,
Yeah, same.
oh
Same.
well.
It's fine.
One day we'll get back on our pre-record game, and that'll be great. Today is
Yes.
not that day.
It is not that day, but you know what? We are putting out an episode because we care and we try.
We share because we care.
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to be raining again tomorrow. So best of luck, everyone in Southern California. Be safe. Um, carry your flotation device with you at all times. And that's my words of wisdom.
Delightful.
I know.
Right.
Lila's gonna be real mad when I make her go
What is
outside to
it?
poop again.
Okay. I mostly think it'll rain in the day. I hate having to drive far in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow in the like hourly forecast, as far ahead as the Apple weather goes, it doesn't show any rain. So I'm hoping that'll hold, but it does
Yeah.
still show like a chance for the day overall. So I'm thinking that must be later in the day, which would make sense because Saturday shows the bigger percentage chance. We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Looks like the peak will be in the morning. Yeah. Looking at it. We'll drive down to LAX.
Yay.
Yep. It's a defeated kind of time of the month. So I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be fine. And that's the best I have for you.
Yeah.
And I think that'll bring us to the end of this lovely episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay.
Blah, blah, blah. And
Oh,
I'm Siri Harkins.
and we're thriving.
And clearly.
Clearly.